Good morning, my fellow hair loss friends and post-op hair trans people and people that are planning for their hair transplants. Today, I want to talk about the key essentials of items that you need while you're in Istanbul or really traveling anywhere for your hair transplant, and then stuff that you got to have at home after your hair transplant. These are all items, obviously, I recommend buying before the trip. When you come home from your trip, you probably don't want to have to deal with ordering anything, worrying about shipping times, all that. So I'm going to start off here. First thing is a good spray bottle. So right after you get your hair transplant, pretty much days 1 through 10, a lot of scabs develop. You can't really scratch at your head, and this is going to be one of the few things that gives you any sign of relief. I've got 3 of these bottles total. I keep one in my car, I keep one in my backpack that I take to work, and I keep one at home. It's just nice because this is truly the only thing that's going to save you those first couple weeks while you can't scratch or itch or anything like that. It also will help soften your skin, help the scab and healing process kind of accelerate a little bit. This is just filled with a medical grade saline solution. I bought like 2 spray bottles for about $6. I bought enough saline solution it'll last me the rest of my life. It was about $10, and I'll put the link down below in the description. So that's item number 1. Next up, we have good aloe vera. And I say good because they make so many different grades of aloe vera. They make aloe vera primarily for like people who get sunburns, who have skin rashes, burns, stuff like that. This is not the same stuff. This is pure aloe vera. I think it even says it somewhere. This one is made in the USA, grown in Texas, it says. The key is that you got to look for something that's like 99% aloe vera or higher. What you don't want to have is alcohol. A lot of the ones that you use for sunburns have a little bit of alcohol in them, and that can actually damage your hair. So it's important to use good quality stuff. Around day 7, I did start to have a little bit of like a burning sensation, day 6 or 7, and this stuff was saving me. It creates this like tight burning sensation. It's kind of tough to explain, but I'm sure you'll experience it. When you put this on, you pretty much just dab up and down. Don't, kind of scratch because you really don't want to damage any of your new hair transplanted follicles. So that's item number 2. Another item that I don't have with me, my fiance is currently traveling in Europe, so she took some of our stuff with us, is a good converter for outlets. So you guys are probably going to have your phones, your laptops, and all that. Make sure to have a good universal converter. The hotel that I stayed at did have USB ports, but I had so many devices, I brought a Kindle with me to watch videos on the flight, and my phone and my laptop. So it's important to have a good converter just because most of those outlets are going to be European or Asian style outlets. So you're not going to actually find, the same outlets that you would find if you're traveling here from the US. Next item that I want to talk about is a good neck pillow. Again, she's traveling with it, but I will put the one that I use down in the description below. So pretty much for the first 10 days, you can't touch the back of your head or any of your transplanted area to a pillow. So you got to have a good neck pillow. You end up sleeping at night kind of on an angle like this, and then your head's kind of cocked up a little bit. And that keeps any of these areas from making contact with your pillow. Having a good neck pillow is really going to allow you to sleep for those first 10 nights. You're already going to be in discomfort from getting a hair transplant, getting your head, plucked at. So spend money on a good neck pillow. It's really going to save you. And then last thing I wanted to talk about, I ended up throwing them away because I got gross, but were waterproof cases for pillows. So when you travel and you stay in your hotel, what's going to happen is the back of your head, after they take the bandage off, it bleeds. That's just what happens. Your head starts to bleed. It's nothing to worry about if it bleeds a little bit. But what you don't want to do is get blood on a hotel's pillows because they're going to end up charging you back. So I think I paid about $15. I got 2 nice waterproof cases. They weren't the comfiest to, kind of touch and put on, but they definitely saved me from getting charged any money from any of the hotels. So those are all items that you should have with you when you travel to Istanbul. And I got 2 or 3 items that I want to talk about once you get home. They should order beforehand so you got them right when you're home. One thing is a good biotin-based multivitamin. So this vitamin, it's got 10,000 mcg of biotin. If you're like me, you probably don't want to, swallow a pill every day. These are chewable, and they were pretty inexpensive. So I'll put a link down below for these. Another thing is just general multivitamins. Get a good general multivitamin. You know, your first couple weeks, this is the healing process. You want to nourish your body. You want to make sure that, you know, all of your hairs have the best chance of survival. So a good multivitamin is definitely going to be crucial for that. Make sure that you have enough minoxidil or finasteride on hand, so you're not worrying about reordering or anything like that too. Around the 30-day mark, you can start to retake them, so make sure that you got them in place. Last thing I want to talk about was a good shampoo. So some people say that they love this, some people say that they don't like it. I personally have enjoyed Nizoral. It's a good shampoo. It's definitely helped with dandruff too, especially during the healing process. It just seemed to make the skin a little bit smoother and a little bit less crunchy, as gross as it sounds. Make sure that you have this on hand after the surgery. Trust me, you guys are not going to want to be going out with your bloody head in public picking this stuff up. Try and get it ahead of surgery. If you guys have any other questions about things that I bought, or you know where to get stuff locally, hopefully I can try and help you guys out with that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you.